Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
Hello, and welcome to our next lesson of IELTS Vocab Trainer. The lesson today will be on work. In the IELTS exam, an examiner may ask you about your job or the type of job you dream of having. You may even have to write about the topic of employment in your country in Task 2 of the writing module. In Part 1 of the speaking module, you may get general questions related to what you do, such as, what do you do? What's your job? And what do you do for a living? You can answer these questions in several different ways. You can simply state your profession. For example, I'm a banker, an engineer, or a teacher. You can also follow this up by stating the general area or field in which you work. For example, I work in marketing, or I work in the medical field. Another way to follow up stating your profession is to name the company or organization that you work for. For example, I work for Agribank or Vina Connects. Please note that work is usually an uncountable noun, so you cannot say a work. If you want to use the indefinite article, you must say a job. Now, when an examiner asks you to explain your work, job, or your dream or future job, they want to know your main responsibilities, or your duties, what you have to do, or something about your daily routine, meaning what you do every day of the week. Perhaps a question you might encounter about this is, what does your job involve? Now, you need to answer this using the appropriate vocabulary and phrases for work. Let's look at the example. 1. Say after me. I'm in charge of all deliveries out of the factory. I'm in charge of all deliveries out of the factory. The highlighted word, in charge of, means responsible for. 2. I have to deal with any complaints that arise. I have to deal with any complaints that arise, meaning to take all the necessary action if there are complaints. 3. I run the cafe and the restaurant in the museum. I run the cafe and the restaurant in the museum. The word run here means to be in control of or to manage. Please note that we often use responsible for, in charge of, for part of something. For example, responsible for a department or some of the workers, and run for control of all of something. For example, run a company or a shop. Let's move on to some more vocabulary and phrases. 4. Say after me. I have to attend a lot of meetings in the ASEAN region. I have to attend a lot of meetings in the ASEAN region. Using the word attend is more formal than simply go to. 5. I meet clients almost on a daily basis. I meet clients almost on a daily basis. Clients. Clients are the people that you do business with. 6. I advise clients frequently on a range of issues. Say this again with me, okay? I advise clients frequently on a range of issues. Advise. Advise, meaning to give them help and your opinion. And finally, this job involves doing quite a lot of paperwork. This job involves doing quite a lot of paperwork. Paperwork is a general word we use for routine work that involves paper. For example, writing letters, filling in forms, etc. However, these days a lot of jobs involve less paperwork and a lot more computer-related work. Here is some more general useful vocabulary and phrases specifically related to pay and working hours. Say all the sentences after me this time, and then I will go through the individual pronunciation of some words and their meanings. Okay. 1. Most workers are paid every month and this pay goes either into their bank accounts or they are paid in cash. Cash. 2. Part of your income is paid to the government as income tax. Tax. 3. Most people I know work a 9-to-5 job, though some people have flexi time, do shift work, or have to work overtime. Overtime. Let's examine the final sentence here. A 9-to-5 job means regular working hours. Flexi time means your hours are flexible. For example, you can start work later and finish later if you have some other family commitments and can't get to work on time, such as taking your kids to school. While shift work means working at different times during the week, such as mornings some days and afternoons or evenings on other days. People who work in the hospitality industry, such as hotels or those who work in restaurants or cafes, frequently have to work shifts. Do you like tests? Test. Speaking. I think I would like to give you one now to test your ability to express your ideas and the right vocabulary about work. You never know. You may have to consider similar questions such as these in the real IELTS exam. You should note these questions and attempt a part 1 answer in your own time. Here we go. 1. What are the normal working hours for most office jobs in your country? 2. Can you name 3 jobs that get very high salaries in your country? 3. When you start paying income tax in your country, what is the minimum amount that you have to pay? 4. What jobs often involve shift work? Can you name at least 2? 5. What jobs involve night shift work or working during the night, and again, name at least 2? 6. Is flexi time common in your company or in your country? Okay, I will give you another test now on jobs. You will have 5 seconds to say a job that would be impossible for these people. For example, 1. Someone who didn't go to university. 'To answer that one, I would say a lawyer. Why? Well, lawyers need to study law at university for a number of years. Okay, now you can try number 2. Someone with very bad eyesight. You have 6 seconds to answer. Perhaps you said a pilot. There are many other examples too that you might have said. 3. Someone who is always seasick on a boat. 4. My answer is a sailor. 4. Someone who understands nothing about cars. 5. My answer is a mechanic. 5. Someone who is terrible at numbers and figures. 6. What did you say? An accountant, perhaps? 6. Someone who is afraid of heights and high places. 7. What about a window cleaner? And 7. Someone who is afraid of dogs. Well, this is a little difficult. Did you say a dog trainer? Okay, that was the final one. So, great! You've improved your vocabulary and pronunciation on the topic of work, And now we have reached the end of the lesson. See you soon for the next one. Bye.